morning. It's a beautiful and snowy day in downtown Toronto, and because we haven't been here in over 2 years now, we decided to take some time and be tourists in our own hometown.
Our first stop today is a new exhibit in Toronto. It's called Little Canada, and apparently it's really cool, so we're gonna go check it out. Jean-Louis Brennickmeyer, with the help of investors, started this project 10 years ago, and in the last 7 years they've actually been building a scale representation of Canada.
We're now in Little Toronto, and it is so cute and beautiful, and I wouldn't be surprised if the people that made this felt like their art was kind of like a love letter to Toronto, because there's all these details, all these little like neighborhood nuances that you only really know if you lived here, and it's so sweet to see that they put all these little cute details in there. It's coming home after a long time. It feels really nice to see. Something really cool that they have here is called a littleization station. So they take a 360 picture of you. I think they said there's like over 120 cameras, and they take a picture of your whole body, and you can actually become a little person because they can print you out as either like a little quarter size up to one that's like almost a foot high. And the crazy thing too is that you can be placed in the exhibit themselves. So we saw some of the hockey players in the exhibit are actually real hockey players from a team in Hamilton, and they went and got their pictures taken in their full suit, and they got printed and put into the arena to play forever. If you don't want to be put in the exhibit, you can actually just order little figurines of yourself, and you can have a cool little souvenir of yourself. We made it to Little Ottawa, and you can see behind me we have Little Parliament Hill. And they are celebrating Canada, because what else is there to celebrate? Go Canada.
In the last 7 years of construction, they've completed half of the exhibits that they want here. And the whole idea was that when Jean-Louis came to Canada, he wanted to find a way to bring Canada together, to make it one place where somebody could experience the whole thing all kind of at the same time. And this is his brainchild. This is what came from it.
Part of the exhibit is getting to see this little maker section, which is almost like the shop where everything is being made, and you can actually go talk to the makers themselves, at least a couple of them, ask questions and talk to them about the project. You can tell that they're very excited, very passionate about what they're doing, which obviously shows in their work. It is beautiful and very like detail oriented stuff. And then you also get to talk to them while they're making their new projects. So right now they're making Chinatown and the AGO in Toronto, and we're getting a little sneak peek here of Little North, which is going to have all of the territories of the Great North. That was it for Little Canada. It was a lot of fun. We're now making our way down through Ryerson University to Balzac's Coffee to grab some coffee and enjoy some Timbits.
For some people, there's different strengths. They all have different strengths, but and like some good at that.
Just had a nice little coffee break. We're gonna walk into the Eaton Centre, do a little bit of window shopping, maybe some real shopping.
Maybe.
And then we'll head down to Nathan Phillips Square and hopefully see the Cavalcade of Lights exhibit, which is in that like skating rink area. It's really pretty, so we're gonna go check that out and basically just try to see where all the nice lights are now that it's getting dark in the city. Let's go for a nice walk. Eaton Centre is the downtown Toronto mall It has luxury and normal everyday brands, and as you can imagine, it is the Christmas season, so it is super crowded, but also it's all decked out and decorated for the holidays. So we're here to see the biggest tree in downtown Toronto, and also the biggest reindeer, I think. How many stories tall is that Christmas tree?
Like 7 floors, roughly. Like 10.
It's huge! Right across from Eaton Centre on Queen Street is the Hudson's Bay Company. Every year they do a Christmas display on their display windows. It's usually really cute and has a lot of like animatronics and little moving parts to it. So it changes every year and it's very creative and festive. This year it looks like the theme is a little bit of Santa's workshop, getting the presents ready, getting the candy ready, checking the list twice, and even some snow people making little snow angels. It's really cute. Now we're walking down towards City Hall in Nathan Phillips Square, where that Cavalcade of Lights exhibit is going to be. And it's not a long walk, but it's a slippery and mushy one. That's something I don't miss about Ontario.
She is so cute.
The slush. So much slush. Nathan Phillips Square. The Cavalcade of Lights used to be a whole festival where they would actually end the night here and do fireworks. But I think with the Panini situation, this is kind of all we're getting now, which is a really cool light exhibit. It's open, so we're gonna go in and see if we can walk around in the lights.
So pretty.
Pretty lights. Feeling extra touristy today because we usually don't do this kind of stuff, especially in Toronto, which is specifically why we're doing it, because we never would. So the next part is, you know, taking a picture with the big Toronto sign. It definitely seems like one of those places that you'd have to come at like 5 a.m. on a Tuesday just to get a non-crowded Instagrammable photo if that's what you're into. But it's nice and lit up now, so we're gonna enjoy it for how pretty it is now. It's a chilly one.
So the next stop for us, we're gonna get inside, get out of the cold for a bit, and get some good food.
For dinner tonight, we are going to Assembly Chef's Hall, and we're going to a Japanese restaurant called Tachi. Tachi is a omakase restaurant, and it is the first and only stand-up omakase in Toronto. Assembly Chef's Hall is kind of like a market center hawker place where different restaurants have stalls, and it's more popular in the lunchtime crowd where all of these like office workers will come down and grab some food. But in the evenings it's really nice because it's pretty quiet. For Tachi, we did make reservations and they're about 30 minutes each. Omakase means that the chef decides the menu, so they have already a set menu of different sushi pieces for us. And Tachi is actually a sister restaurant of the first and only 2 Michelin star sushi chef that has restaurants in Japan. So high quality stuff. Very excited.
We're both ready for this.
We have not had really good sushi in a very long time, and so we thought we're gonna go and have the best sushi. Right here?
Yep.
Here. Hello. Hi.
How are you guys?
Doing well. How are you?
Welcome to Tachi.
Thank you.
Hey. This kind of like, you know, we buy I put, you know, the spicy bit. And when we
Oh, exciting.
thank you.
We just finished dinner and it was incredible.
So good.
Our chef Wayne was very nice, very informative, and he had magic hands. Everything was delicious.
I don't know why she had to say it like that.
It was really cool to see though, the way they like shape everything.
It was an experience.
Yeah, so it's like a really good experience to see how it gets made, and everything is like super high quality. And then they do little things like torching it, putting the exact amount of like soy and wasabi and green onion. Everything was perfect.
Yeah, these guys are artists.
So worth it.
Yeah.
And it was also surprisingly filling too.
If you ever get the chance and want to splurge,
Tachi, Toronto.
definitely treat yourself.
Treat yourself, good sushi. That was about the last thing that we had for tonight, so we're just gonna walk all the way back to our hotel now, and we'll see you tomorrow. Good night.
Bye.
We made it to the Distillery Winter Market, an annual Christmas/holiday festival that happens every year, and it is located here in the iconic Distillery District in the city. It is really cold and chilly out, so I went and got a hot chocolate from Soma Chocolatier, which is obviously a real chocolatier. They usually have drinking chocolate available all the time, so you can actually decide if you want a shot of espresso or a shot of chocolate, and I got both. And that's my drink tonight.
Built in the 1800s by Gutterham and Warts, the Distillery District was just that, a distillery. And it was huge. Like, there's hundreds of buildings here that were originally built for the offices and manufacturing of the distillery. Since then, things have, taken a turn, and they don't distill here anymore. And all of these buildings have been repurposed as commercial and residential, full of restaurants and condos, but also a brewery and a distillery still. It's not Gutterham and Warts anymore, but at least they're keeping the name alive. And naturally, given the beauty and the architecture here, it has been classed as a National Historic Site. And honestly, when you walk around, you can see why.
Because it is so cute and nice and historic, it obviously makes it the perfect backdrop for a classic Christmas market. Oh, sorry, winter market. Because it is a market, there are a lot of vendors and stalls here. They're selling like products, Christmas gifts, ornaments, but also foods, so snacks and desserts. For dinner, we're going to go to one of the restaurants, but for dessert, we're gonna try something local. There are a lot of food options here, especially with the market booths. But for dinner tonight, we're gonna go to a long-standing classic and one of our favorite Mexican places in the city. We basically always come here when we come to Distillery, and today is no different. It is El Catron. What did you say? I think in 2 years, that was the best fish tacos I've had, and I have zero regrets. It is the best.
Well worth the 2 hours
Always.
outside waiting.
Yeah. For dessert, we are gonna visit one of the vendors. It is Cops Donuts, and that is a very popular mini donut place in Toronto.
Just a little bit of donut.
Or a lot. We're gonna get in line. I'm gonna try the ginger molasses. Has a ginger snap to it. It's really good. Cinnamon sugar.
Which one's better?
I like this one because I like ginger spiciness. Here, sweet. We had full bellies, and we got dessert, and we took in all the lights and saw all the things. That was the beautiful winter market here in the Distillery district.
If you're coming, be prepared for crowds and cold.
But whether it's winter or not, the Distillery is one of the best places to go in the city. I don't work here. This is awkward.
Of course, you picked the ginger one. Angel loves gingers.
Did you mention that it's a historic site?
Nope.
Why do that thing always follow us? It's always plowing right behind us, not where we need to walk next.